Welcome to the channel, folks. Clunkers and Classics. And look what's back. 76 El Camino. I've had it parked way over here, but had a few sponsors reach out and look through their catalog and see if I could find anything I liked. And they sold headers. I mentioned on another video, it's up to me. I'd put headers on everything. So we're going to put headers, cutout exhaust, and new mufflers on the 76 El Camino. Eventually, I'd like to get an intake and a 4-barrel, because it's just a 2-barrel. It is a 350 2-barrel. Runs great. Got a whole video series on this. I bought it as a non-runner, sitting up for 20 years. Got it running, runs great. Did some valve cover gaskets, painted the valve covers, and tune up stuff, and a bunch of other stuff. Did buff it and wax it. I thought this was original paint, but I think they repainted it one time. But it's probably painted a long time ago. It's all faded out. I went over it with a buffer and some wax, probably some cheap stuff. Well, not the rubbing compound, was 3M, but the wax stuff was stuff I had laying around. Didn't last very long. It's back to looking all faded out. So I don't know. Could probably clear coat it, but it's got some scratches and stuff on it. Probably best to paint it, but not right now. I'm not too worried about it. Okay, so it's got air conditioning to get the headers on. Not so much on this side. I know this thing goes to the exhaust, so that'll come out, and it's probably got one of those deals. I forget what they call it. Down there, that'll come off, and the AC compressor will have to come off to get the headers on there. So yeah, I've got all new hoses. Yeah, I got new hoses on here. A lot of good stuff to make it very dependable. One of the only things never did get the AC working in it. But yeah, I kind of made a final video on this a while back, but I got the interior done. I forgot what them seats come out of now, a Hyundai or something, and built a little thing for a aftermarket stereo and gauges there. I did throw in oh, it is mounted in there. Got the spare mounted in. The newer El Caminos have it underneath in the smuggler's box. I didn't mount the jack. Got the original jack for it. But yeah. And I ended up putting new carpet in it. I didn't really want to, but it got so far along, that's like, well, let's go ahead and put new carpet. But I don't have that much money into it. $2,500, something like that. Okay, the bed paint is holding up good. It's not peeling or nothing. We had to seal the smuggler's box all the way around and paint it. But anyway, this video is about doing the exhaust. Now, what it's got on there is single exhaust, and it has a muffler I got from a truck. I think it's a Flowmaster, but it's really loud. No tailpipe or nothing. It's okay, but we got new stuff. Well, I don't know about exhaust pipes. We'll figure it out. Okay, so these are the headers. They came in this box here, and that wrapping, I just unwrapped them. They came with header gaskets, header bolts from Flashark racing. And these ones, like I mentioned before, about universal type headers where they're having a problem with the 85 Camaro. This claims to fit 72 to 87 Malibu, Monte Carlo, Grand Prix, Regal, and then 70 to 81 Camaro. So let's hope they fit. I've only usually put on shorty headers, but these are long tube. And so I just looked it up just now. I got this a while back, a couple weeks ago, but I just looked it up again, and I was reading for you guys to see what it fits. But they got all kinds of headers on there to fit just about any car, any, you know, LS conversions and all that stuff. So I was reading the fine print, and it says it has all this stuff like power steering, and it says no. Air conditioning, no. And and power brakes, no. And then it had standard, no. Automatic, yes. Something like that. Column shift, yes. Floor shift, yes. But I'm thinking these cars never came with standard brakes or standard steering. And I don't even think they came without AC. They all have AC, power steering, power brakes. So unless these are specifically for a race car where somebody has gutted all that stuff, I don't know. We're going to find out. But as far as the brake booster, I couldn't see anything in the way. The AC, the only thing I could think of would be the AC box there on the passenger side. But anyway, we're gonna try to make it work. We're gonna have to, or get another set, because we're gonna have everything gutted from that exhaust system. Okay, so that's the first sponsor, Flashark Racing. I got links in the description. I don't know if they have coupon codes or anything. Then this is a set of exhaust cutouts from Spelab Auto Parts. This one I put together. I actually have two sets of these, so I'm not sure if we're going to put one set on the 85 IROC. But this is the way it comes here. And you just plug it into a power supply, and you got a little button. You push the button, and it opens this flap. So this is the way it would be closed, and it would run through your mufflers. Then you push the button and that flap opens up, and it's basically straight headers coming out straight from the headers. You want to put them up. I'll show you here in a second. So this is the way you assemble it here. You put. Now these I had from another, I don't know where I got them from, another set of headers. So basically, put that on there, and then this on here, like that. Okay? So if you got enough room, you could point it down, but most likely it's going to go to the side. I got a set on the Nomad wagon. It worked great. So basically it's like that, okay? So when it's closed, it'll just run straight through to your mufflers, and then you open it up, and it's going to be straight headers, right? So you just hook it. It's really simple to hook up, just a wire from this one to the other side, and we'll show it as we go. So okay, so what else I got? And like I said, it comes with the header gaskets and the bolts. Now these I bought from eBay. These are glass packs. So they're opened in there. And they were cheap, and I wanted something long. They're supposed to be 23 inches. Wanted something long because I don't want to buy a whole bunch of exhaust pipe. I don't really know where to get exhaust pipe other than this type of length from O'Reilly's, and this says it says made in the USA. So I can get a pipe about this long from O'Reilly's, and that's probably what I'll do, is I'll run a pipe. Do I have one? Okay, I got a whole bunch of exhaust stuff here. Yeah, pipe like this. Okay, so what we're probably gonna run is a pipe like this. I don't even know if this one will fit, but something like that, and then put the muffler there, and then put a little curved down spout. I'm not going to bother with all the over the axle tailpipes and all that stuff. Basically be something like that coming out, and I think that'll be good enough. That'll probably come down to the rear end, or pretty close to it. Then you can always add the tailpipes and stuff later on if you want. But yeah, something like that. And I'll get another pipe from O'Reilly's. And what I'll probably need is some clamps. I thought I had a bunch of clamps and hangers. But yeah, I think that's it, guys. Link in the description for the Spelab exhaust cutouts. So yeah, let me get the El Camino. I think I'm going to put it over here, put it up on jack stands, and we're going to get under there, and I think there's probably just one hanger at the muffler. Saws all that off, and then unbolt the pipes from the manifolds. Then we'll take it off the stands or the ramps and start unbolting the manifolds. Okay, so I'll be back. Okay, guys. If you forget what it sounds like, it's actually pretty loud. Now I'm thinking those glass packs are gonna be, are going to be like with the black El Camino, which I don't think they're loud enough, but that's why we got the exhaust cutouts. So we can flip a switch and probably make it sound like this. This one sounds like it doesn't even have a muffler on it. But yeah, anyway. Anyway, we're going to point it over here because get it out of the way of Nikki so she doesn't run into it. But yeah, she runs good. So let me get it up on some ramps and we'll get underneath there and take a peek, and I'll show you what's under there. Well, guys, driving it up here, blew a pretty sure it's this power steering hose right here. Blew up. Great, just another thing to fix. Okay, let's get under here and take a peek. Okay, bolted up here, 3 bolts. 3 bolts on the other side. And this goes into the single exhaust. And then there's the muffler and 2 type of tailpipes that were on it, and that was off one of the parts trucks I got. Did a pretty good job of mounting it in there and welding it up, but you know, we got free headers, cutouts. So yeah, you can see where the cross member for the transmission is indented up for the exhaust there. And then for true duals, you would have it indented here too. But you know, these things sit up pretty high. I think there's enough room. There's enough room to put a pipe straight underneath there. And the cutouts, I don't know where they'll go. Right in here somewhere. So yeah, and then it looks like my transmission rear seal is leaking. Something. I had to put a quart of transmission fluid in it. It was low after being parked, so I thought I'll have to go over the videos and see what I did to this. Okay, so yeah, I think there's just one hanger down there that I'll cut off with the Sawzall, then unbolt these, and I'll pull the whole thing out and show y'all. Okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, here's the exhaust system out of there. And there's a Flowmaster. Anyway, save that for something else, preferably a truck. Okay, I'll take it off the stands and we'll start taking off the manifolds. Okay guys, I think we'll start on the passenger side here. Yeah, this is the only thing I'm worried about here is the header hitting there. It shouldn't, but when they say no AC, that would be the only AC thing that would be in the way. Anyway, just got to take off 6 bolts and should pull right out of there. Already undone the spark plug wires. Then this little deal's a little rod going down to a little, I'll show it to you, a little flapper deal there on the exhaust. It vacuum operates and closes the exhaust. I never did like them things in case they seized up, closed, and your car would run like shit, and just soon take them things off. I guess it's just for making the engine warm up faster or something. But anyway, when we take them 6 bolts off, I'll probably have to take the spark plugs out. And take the spark plugs out, then we'll take the manifold off. And I'll be back. Okay guys, got the manifold out. Fixing to try to put the header in. I'm not sure if it's going to hit the edge of the starter, but this little steel tube here for the starter wires, I kind of loosened this bolt here. It was kind of on the end of that. Then there's a bolt on the end of the transmission for it. I'm not sure if that's going to be in the way or not. It might be, but yeah, this car is so original. I don't think a bolt's ever been taken off this car. So this is that. These are 2 little heat shields that go in here. Had to kind of cut them out till I figured out the little 7/16 bolt there. And then this is that deal here, and when I was taking it off from underneath, unbolting this, this baling wire was wrapped around it. So yeah, it was a problem. See, that goes on the exhaust like that, and this little heat shield here, it looks like it's free, but usually they'll rust up and jam closed. And so anyway, that's that thing that can go in the shit pile. Okay, no snap bolts or nothing. You know, we're in Texas car. No rusty snapping bolts that you got to heat up and lube down and cut off and all that stuff. So everything just came out perfect. So we'll grab a new header, see if it'll fit through the top. If it don't, we'll see if it'll fit through the bottom, and see if those starter wire and that little steel tube shield there is in the way. It might be. That's okay. We'll have to get that one bolt off the end of the block. It's on the block by the transmission, and move it. Hopefully it won't hit the starter, but we had that problem with the IROC there. It was hitting the edge of the starter. I had to bang a dent in the header. Okay, let me try to put that on. I'll be back. Okay guys, it won't fit through the top. It hits on the cross member, so I think it's got to go up through the bottom. So instead of jacking it up and doing that side first, we're going to go ahead and do this side. I take off this compressor and just kind of lay it over here to get at everything. Same thing on this side, except we got the dipstick here. We got to take that off. And yeah, so let me take all that stuff off and I'll be back. Okay guys, I got this side off except for the dipstick. It's gonna be a little trouble getting that out of there. I'm gonna try to fit it without taking it off, but anyway, I had to take off all the AC, got everything out of the way. Where did I put the AC? AC compressor, had to disconnect it. Okay, then I got this side in, but it wasn't easy. Now you can see it's hitting the frame right down there. And that's after beating it in. And it hits right in here too. And it hits the starter. But I did get the starter on there without beating it. But I had it on and off so many times. I think I warped this flange here. Because it was like almost flat. And I tightened up all the bolts and I could still see a gap in there. So then I had to move that pipe around. This stuff is really thick. It don't bend or hammer very easy. I had to use my my porta power there, the spreader, and I could move. It would move the whole engine over, and I think I busted my transmission mount. I was moving it all back, and anyway, I don't know if I got this gap. The bolts were a little bit loose, tighten them all again, but I think there might still be a gap there or it's warped. I won't know until start it up, I guess. And now I can't get this last spark plug in. I'm gonna mess with it a little bit more, but it just don't quite fit because of the headers in the way. So yeah, I had to take the starter off and put it back on. Like I said, it fit back on, but it's hitting the header there. So anyway guys, it's a sponsor and I wanted to do a good review on it, but man, if it don't fit, I don't know. Then it has a brace right from there to here. This brace here. Of course I had to bend it out of the way, and it's got a bolt on the back of this, which I could barely get this one. That one there I can't get a wrench on. But I can't put it back on now because it'll hit the header. But anyway, it's pointing where I want it to point. And see, I moved the transmission is over, and it's actually got to come back this way. So this has got to push more into the frame. So I don't know how that's going to work out. It's hitting here. I could spread that out. I could spread that out a couple inches, but it just springs back in. Anyway, and then I had to move this brake line out of the way. Here it was up, right up in here, and bent that down here so it doesn't boil. Anyway, I'm going to try the driver's side and see how easy that is. I've been screwing around with this for a while. Using my little sledgehammer to try to bang a dent in it. I ended up using that big one. Man, it don't bend easy. So anyway, I'm going to try to fit it in here. I'm going to have to try to get this dipstick tube out of here somehow, I believe. And I don't know. I don't know what's going to be in the way. Those brake lines maybe, or something. Anyway, I'll be back. Okay guys, I got this side in. The only thing with headers is you can't reuse the stock AC bracket, which goes here to here. Anyway, I left these two on there. I rigged up a little thing for the keep the power steering pump straight, and we'll just have to deal with the AC later on. This side fit okay. It's really tight here at the column, but I think the transmission's got to come over this way a little bit, or no, or the other way. Yeah, actually the other way. And it's going to hit even more on this side. These spark plugs, this is the set that was in it, and I was about to, it just wouldn't quite fit in the back. It was just a hair short, so I thought I'd have to pound the header in a little bit. But then I had these spark plugs here, and I know they got to be off of the Chevy 350, and they're a lot shorter. So, not sure what year they came off of. But anyway, I used one of them in there instead of this big one that was in the last hole there. This hole here. So that fit. It'd probably be best to have them in all the holes, because they almost touch here. And I'm gonna get some spark plug boots. I got some for the Camaro. I ordered a couple more sets of these and put them on the end of the spark plug wires, keep them from melting. But yeah, it's real tight. It's touching here, almost there. Okay, but anyway, that side kind of went in okay. Now, except for it's touching the oil filter. Touching the oil filter right here. But I just came across this other car. I think this is a tall oil filter. You have to use the short one, I think. Unless that's a short one, but I don't know. We'll have to deal with that later too. These braces will not fit. I just cut them off. It goes from there to that hole there. See, and it hits the header there and there. It goes to this. I got it upside down, but it goes there. It hits. So you either got to make some brackets or leave them out. Anyway, I cut them off. Okay, other than that, we're ready to put the cutouts on the end of these. Let me get out from underneath here. I've just been gathering them up, putting them together. These are the cutouts here. They didn't come with these connectors, but I got them. And these are extra stuff I had left over from other jobs. And then I bought these hangers separate a while back. So anyway, we're going to stick them cutouts in there. I think they're going to go something like that. These can turn around, I think. Anyway, then these two would wire in. You wire in these two, connect them to this, and put in your power supply. And there's your little open and close button there. Okay, but let's put these on, and then we're going to figure out if we want to get a pipe. We're going to have to measure and get a pipe from here, and then put those two big long mufflers on there. So we're going to see how much room we got underneath there. So let me just set these on there on the end of the headers here. I have to get two clamps that are this big. I don't think I got that one. Yeah, that one's one of them, but I don't have another one. Be nice to have one more of them. Yeah, there's just boxes of extra stuff I had. Okay, let me set them up and I'll be back. Okay guys, this is for the passenger side. So this is how I'm gonna do it due to fitment type issues. Okay, this pipe slid into the muffler real tight. Just had to tap down this end and it slid right in there. It's so friggin' tight. I'm just gonna put a little spot weld here and the other side, and I have no doubt that's not gonna leak. And this is so thick, I don't think a clamp's gonna squeeze it. Anyway, so on this side here, I bolted this clamp on, but of course these got the slits in them. So I'm gonna weld up them little slits right there. I have no doubt it's not gonna leak around here. It's gonna weld up them little slits and tighten this up. So yeah, I'm just gonna run the muffler for now, and then later on we'll run some pipes. I think I probably need 2 of those pipes I showed you. But for now, we're gonna hear it through this muffler glass pack, and then we flick a switch, a little switch here after it's hooked up, and it'll come out here. Okay, as far as this side here, I'd like to get another clamp like this, but I just got the one. But same thing, I don't, well, see this covers up them slits, see? So anyway, I may have to weld it on there, but I'd rather you get another clamp like this. I don't think AutoZone or O'Reilly sells clamps like this. They just sell these type of clamps. So anyway, I'm gonna just tack these on there, weld that up, and then fit it on there, because it's gotta tilt a little bit. So that's why I'm thinking of welding this on there, onto the header, because it's gotta tilt. It's gotta tilt up. I want it as real close to the cross member as I can. So let me tack these on, and we'll get it underneath there, and I'll show you. Okay guys, this is what I got so far. So I tack welded right in there. Then I use this jack here and jack this up just before it touches the cross member, and got it over as far this way as I could, and then cut up a clamp and put that clamp in there temporarily. We'll put some better clamps. If I get some more pipe, we'll just add it in down there, or coming out the side, or going straight back. And then we'll put a better clamp up behind there. But for now, I just had to keep it steady, because it was, you know, you could move it around because of this. So once I got that welded in there, I just tightened up this clamp here. I don't know if this will leak. It may not, but if it does, it'll have to be welded up around there. But we'll try it like that. Okay, then we'll wire. I got to do the other side, and then we'll wire it up and bring it out into the interior there and hook it up. Okay, well that's how it'll look. So when you open, right now it's closed, and once you open it up, it'll just come out here. So we'll see the difference. Of course, this will be a lot quieter if it had pipes going all the way back, but anyway, I'll be back. Okay guys, I got this side done. Of course, don't have the hump in there, but I think it'll be all right. I probably should have run later on I'm going to get some straight pipes like I showed you, and I think if I run the straight pipe from there and then put this on the end of it, this will be up higher. But for now, let's put that on there. Okay, so the cutouts, see the plug here, I zip tied it. You just take the other cords, plug it in there, And then I run it up, zip tied it to the speedometer cable, and then run it in this hole here. See, and the other side, I run it straight up. Right here, plugged it in, then went straight up and zip tied it near the kickdown cable right here out of the heat, then straight up. Okay, I run it straight up to here, zip tied it here, run it through this little harness thing that's supposed to be up higher, but zip tied it to the windshield wiper little thing there, and then run that through the hole too. I'm going to tape up the wire so I don't have a grommet right now. I'll just put some tape there so they don't scrape. And okay, so the two wires, they got plenty of length to them. These are the two that come up from it. Okay. I can get this untangled. So your next step is this these two connections here. You just plug them in. Doesn't matter which side. I'm gonna get some zip ties and tie up all this excess wire. Okay, then you can just mount that somewhere. Now I don't have a cigarette lighter power supply. I got a rusty one in the ashtray. I don't know if it works, but I'm gonna go snag a power supply. I can't believe I didn't put one in this car, but I was kind of rushing around on this car. Yeah, let me go see what I can find. I thought I had some laying around. Basically, you just plug that in and then click the button. We'll try it here in a minute. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, guys. That's just the glass packs. Okay, I just got a power supply out of another car, plugged it in. Okay, I haven't hooked all this up. Want to get its own power supply. I just tapped into the power supply of the radio. Okay, so listen for the difference when I open it. Hear the difference? Then I'll close it. My camera's got a little tripod thing on it. Let me set it up on the other side and I'll let you see and hear the difference. Okay guys, kind of get the gist of it. So if you were to run regular mufflers, quiet mufflers out to the back like factory, it'd probably be the best for this. This is actually pretty loud. It'll get quieter if I run pipes and tailpipes out the back. These glass packs, I didn't realize they were going to be that loud, but anyway, yeah, so what I'm saying is it probably doesn't need open cutoffs with these glass packs, but if you were to have quiet exhaust, flip a button and open these up, man, got straight headers, no restrictions. Okay guys, I think I'm gonna end the video on that. Like I said, I got these two sponsors in the links below. Flashark Racing, and then Spelab Auto Parts. I was reading that. So I'll put the links. That's what it said it fits: 72 to 87 Malibu, Monte Carlo, Grand Prix, Regal, and then 70 to 81 Camaro. Now whether they sent the wrong one or not, I'm going to send them an email, because that passenger side just does not fit very good, or it didn't. Fits better now, but I still got that transmission mount to go, and I got to move the transmission over about an inch or two, so that's even going to make it more into the frame rail. But anyway, they may have sent me the wrong one. Of course, the Spelab exhaust cutouts work great. Like I said, I got a set on the Nomad wagon there. They work great. So yeah, this header company, they got all kinds of headers for all different cars. So, and even though that's a El Camino, I went and looked at as I got a 77 Malibu over there. I looked at it, and it's the exact same front end where it's hitting. So it's not because it's a El Camino. So anyway, gotta go order a transmission mount. I ordered a new power steering hose. It won't be in for, it's not one of them get the next day thing. They had to order it, and it ain't gonna be here for another 3 days. So I'm gonna kind of leave this car like that for now. And I hate to be that guy that leaves the AC compressor off, but and then I ordered some more spark plug boots, so I'm gonna put them on. And yeah, I guess that's about it. I guess that's all I got left of this. We'll just add to my collection of cars there whenever I get some stuff. So anyway, keep these cats from screwing each other. Okay, so like, comment, share, subscribe, bottom right hand corner of the screen. It's free, doesn't cost anything. And we'll see y'all next video. Thanks everybody for watching.